I'm playing the game raw. My seat be leaning in the car, but I don't sit bar. So the title of this video is called "Playing the Game Raw," and then the title comes from a rapper by the name of Paul Wall, who's rapping on a song called "The Way I Am" by Eminem. Now, I normally don't get into like music and things like that because I prefer like my music a little bit slower down. But not everyone's into that. But this particular song like speaks to me just because like when I listen to it, I imagine like being out like hustling in the rain, like the rappers selling CDs to people while it's like downpouring, or a politician is working hard, shaking hands in order to get votes. And while I think about these two things, I'm thinking about campaigns. So it just encapsulates like a somber feeling, like the person is doing whatever he has to do in order to get what he wants. Like the work is messy. However, like I won't be able to get what I want out of life if I don't go out and get my feet dirty. It's boots to the ground. Now that brings us to the actual topic of playing the game raw. So let's define what a game is. So a game is basically a series of decisions and actions that lead to a definite outcome that has winners and losers. Now, so that's that. Um, Now let's define what type of game we're in. So we're in the power game. So like for me, my primary concern is who or what can help me acquire more money, sex, and power in life. And all my decisions are pretty much based off of this. Um, Now let's define what raw means. So definition 3 in Google defines raw as the frank and realistic depiction of unpleasant facts or situations. So in order to get what I want, as far as like more money, more power, this, that, and the third, I may have to encounter or come to terms with like unpleasant truths or facts. So for example, there was a golf tournament this weekend, about 4.5 hours away from where I live. So I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, put on a pot of coffee, and drive down from Clemson to Hilton Head Island. Like that's not fun. I chose to take off work, but it was more important that I go down and network than it was making a little bit of tips here and there. But that's kind of part of like playing the game raw. Is like, well, what do you want? Do you want to make a little bit of money here, or do you want to make long lasting terms connections for down the road? Because it could take you further than where I'm at now. And so, in playing the game raw, it's like, well, what extremes am I willing to go to in order to get the things that I say that I want? How honest can I be with myself? So, I went to the RBC Heritage Tournament in Hilton Head, South Carolina. My alma mater, the College of Charleston, pretty much had a tent on the 10th hole a couple years ago. They had it on the 18th, where the greenways here, and you can see the water and the boats right there, but it wasn't in the budget this year. Now, um, me going down there means that it was time for a campaign. So a campaign is basically I'm going up, I'm meeting new people, shaking hands, seeing not sure what they do in life, but trying to see what they want and maybe how can I help them so they can help me. It's kind of like the unwritten rule of the game. Like everyone has things. People have things. I have things that I want. So what kind of agreement can we come to so we both can get what we want out of life? That's pretty much what it boils down to. I want to know what people like, what they need, so I can help them get what they want. Um, and typically, a campaign involves having to go out. So, like, I had to leave my house and I had to drive about 4.5 hours with the intention of meeting people that help me move forward. And so this shirt I'm wearing, it has like the color of Charleston on it, in white lettering. It's a gold collared shirt with maroon trim. Um, our colors are maroon, white, and gold. And so, um, being a graduate from there, now I have something to talk about. We have a shared experience, that's going to build a connection. It's going to help me move forward. But I also, I donate money. I already have connections, so I already have a power base. So it's like I've already done this thing. Now it's time to build and expand on this foundation. Of course, before I get into like the recap, I have to explain that yeah, I work at a country club, but like golf is it's all right to me, but it's very important nonetheless. Um, the golf course itself, Harbor Links, is like an excuse to hide power moves. Like, of course, people there are fanatics of golf who like to see, let's say, Scotty, try to win the tournament, but also it's an excuse to hide power moves. So when I'm having a drink on the 10th course, there's on 10th hole, there's an assignment that I've got to complete, and I'll explain this assignment in another video. But golf is the sport of leisure. If you're able to get in golf, it signifies that you have a certain type of money. Not necessarily the amount is important, but the type of money. Basically, you're not trapped in the repeating loop of survival. So, like, work, pay bills, nothing left. Like, if you have a certain type of money, even if, let's say, you work a job, you get, like, say, 2 weeks vacation, maybe some personal days as well, you still have a little bit of freedom, even if it's not much, because you can still do a little bit of leisure. Like, you can afford to take a little bit of time off of work. So you can choose whether you want to work or enjoy leisure. And being able to choose whether you want to work or enjoy leisure, it weeds out a particular type of person. It weeds out like the people at the very, very bottom. Like um, I can build relationships and make power moves with the types of people that I want to engage with. And the RBC Heritage is the perfect backdrop for those types of moves.